For thousands of years, human beings have asked the same question. Does God exist? Not only in temples, not only in churches or mosques, but in philosophy, in science, and in the quiet moments of our own lives. To begin exploring this question, we must first look outward, at the universe itself. The universe is vast, almost beyond imagination. Scientists estimate it stretches over 93 billion light-years across. Within it are billions of galaxies, and inside those galaxies, billions of stars. Among all this cosmic immensity, we find ourselves asking, where did it all come from? And perhaps, even more importantly, why? These questions naturally lead us to the concept of God. But this raises another question. Who is God? Throughout history, different cultures and religions have answered this question in different ways. In monotheistic traditions, such as Christianity, Islam, and Judaism, God is understood as a single, all-powerful being, a creator of the universe, a ruler over all existence. God is often described with three attributes: omniscient, all-knowing; omnipotent, all-powerful; omnibenevolent, perfectly good. For many believers, God is not only the creator of the universe, but also a personal presence, someone with whom humans can form a relationship. Other traditions offer a different perspective. In polytheistic religions, such as Hinduism, there are multiple deities, each representing different forces or aspects of the universe. Together, they form a more complex and multifaceted understanding of divinity. And then, there are those who reject the idea of God entirely. Atheists argue that God is a human invention, a concept created to explain the unknown and to provide meaning in an uncertain world. So the question remains, does God really exist? For centuries, philosophers and theologians have debated this question. Some have offered arguments in favor of God's existence. One of the most famous is the Cosmological Argument. It begins with a simple idea. Everything that exists has a cause. The universe exists. Therefore, the universe must also have a cause. According to this argument, that cause is God, a necessary being, one that exists outside of time and space. Another argument is the Teleological argument, also known as the argument from design. It points to the order and complexity of the universe, the laws of physics, the structure of galaxies, the delicate conditions required for life. Some argue that such precision is unlikely to exist by pure chance. Instead, they believe it suggests a purposeful designer. Others point to personal experiences, moments of transcendence, miraculous events, or deep spiritual encounters that convince them of a divine presence. But not everyone finds these arguments convincing. There are also powerful arguments against the existence of God. One of the most famous is the problem of evil. It asks a difficult question. If God is all-powerful, all-knowing, and perfectly good, why does evil exist? Why is there suffering? Why is there injustice? This challenge has troubled philosophers for centuries. Science has also changed the way many people view the universe. The Big Bang Theory explains how the universe began. The theory of evolution explains how life developed. For many, these scientific explanations reduce the need for a supernatural creator. Some philosophers have gone even further. The German philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche famously declared, "God is dead." Nietzsche did not mean that a literal deity had died. Instead, he argued that traditional beliefs about God were losing their power in a modern, rational world. He believed that humans must now create their own meaning rather than relying on a divine authority. So where does that leave us? The existence of God remains one of the deepest questions human beings can ask. It is not only a philosophical problem, but also a personal one. Our answers are shaped by culture, belief, experience, and the way we interpret the universe around us. In this series, we will continue exploring this timeless question. We will examine how different religions, philosophers, and thinkers have approached the mystery of God. Because the search for God is also the search for our place in the universe. And in the next part, we will explore how different religions and philosophers attempt to answer this profound question.